Professor Jenkins, you have done a lot of research and consulting projects globally. What do you think about the implications of the Belt and Road Initiative on tourism development globally?
Well, globally it's going to have enormous implications because two things. One, the immediate impact, I think, through the connectivity agenda will be on Asian countries, making sure that tourists can, not just tourists, but trade also, can connect from one country to another. That I think is going to be very, very important. Globally, it's going to have another effect which many people have never thought about, I don't think anyway, and that is as you begin to develop countries in the what I would call the Asian hinterland, then it's going to inject into world tourism another degree of competitiveness. Because already Southeast Asia is the most dynamic tourist region in the world in terms of visitor arrivals, visitor developments. So I think this whole business, this whole vision, and that's what it is, it's a vision, will in fact not just stimulate trade, still not just be through infrastructural development very important, but it'll suddenly make available to a lot more people tourist attractions in countries which at the moment they don't think of as tourist destinations. Take an example, if you looked at, say, Thailand, where I work very often, then Thailand at the moment is the 14th largest international tourist receiving country in the world. 10 million Chinese already go to Thailand. In Chiang Mai, where I'm normally based, 1 million Chinese go. And what do you think? It's not just the fact that, oh, look, there's Chinese tourists. But wait a moment. If they have tourists, we need to satisfy them. We need to get much more education in Chinese language, Chinese custom, Chinese cuisine, for example. And if you look at other examples in Asia, where Vietnam is very rapidly developing its tourism, not just internationally, but also beginning to spread the impact of tourism to areas of Vietnam, which was never done before. That's developmental. And if you took an African example, there are many, but if you took the one, say, of Kenya, then you find Kenya for a very long time has found tourism to be its major earner of foreign exchange. So as this concept develops, then more and more potential tourism destinations will come on the market, and including Pakistan. Pakistan, in my view, I've been there on a number of occasions, is one of the undiscovered gems of Asia. And, it's this development which is going to unlock more and more people come into the region, but also more and more people accessing countries which they never once regarded as being tourist destinations.
Speaking of Pakistan, Professor Han, you have done a lot of research in your country. So what is your view regarding the Belt and Road Initiative and its implication for Pakistan's tourism?
Well, Pakistan, as the professor mentioned, that it has been always a destination for tourists, but unfortunately it has not been discovered. Recently, Pakistan has been announced by one of the British Forum Society, the number one adventure destination in the world. And as far as Pakistan always just offer a lot of attractions to the tourists, for example, heritage attractions, natural attractions, and it has now, through the implication of BRB, we have a separate route that is called CPEC, China-Pakistan Economic Corridor. And it is been thinking that this route is the shortest land route, and it is also offer the shortest maritime routes, that both of them are passing through Pakistan. And it's not only connecting China to the rest of the world, but also the Central Asian countries and Eurasia. So all Pakistan is strategically in the middle of this BRB. And to tourism, basically, such professor mentioned that one of the great barrier in the tourism is the infrastructure. So infrastructure is developing, attractions are there. So hopefully the world will now search for and will discover Pakistan, and through Pakistan maybe they will get to China. And for me, actually, China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, it by itself is a marvelous man-made adventure, because it is touching the heights around about 15,000 feet above the sea level. So definitely tourists will attract to this area, and not only tourists but also huge investment are coming. And for the we see that Pakistan is the hub of the trade. Pakistan is the hub of tourism in the coming 20-30 years.